yellow human. Good to go. We're gonna have a ReMinD game at hand. We do not know yet if this game is being played or if they're just testing the host, so we're gonna check as we see the game. Let's introduce the players. The South Korean native player, the legend himself, ReMinD, is playing here at the left side, on the left side of Terenas stand. His opponent on the other side, ZZZ, I have no idea if there's another name to it, but let's just call him the yellow human player, spawning at the right-hand side, starting with a really normal kind of like layout with the barracks, altar of kings, and that farm. Terenas stand is a super interesting map, a map that is like definitely good for warden play against human especially, where you can get like a super fast level 3 warden, harass the economy of your opponent, and just have a good time in general. Spinning around in circles, throwing some knives at people, always like having some fun. And yeah, I'm gonna take a drink real quick as you're watching that militia starting to run over to the other side of the base and construct another farm. Oh, I'm not showing the scoreboard. That's going to happen. No Ting Invitational today? Okay. How far did we get in the campaign? I don't know, quite far. Like, not quite far. Like, let's say like I finished 3 maps. 3 or 4 maps. And yeah, let's see. Human against Knight of it is. Interesting enough. So, no Mountain King. Do we have a Warden? Yes, we do have a Warden. That's beautiful. Couldn't wait for, or couldn't ask for anything more. Warden is always nice to cast because there's a lot of action coming. As a human player myself, I think that hero is super disgusting most of the time, but yeah, just watching it, other players failing against it and getting crushed by it, that's always fun. If you are playing yourself against that hero, you will find yourself in desperate situations, like pulling out your hair left, right, and center, leaving you bald like Ana. You never know what happens, right? And now lightning shield trick being pulled off so that the creeps drop a little lower, a little faster. Kills the renegade wizard even faster than the human player if you compare that speed here right now. He's like super damn fast. Comes out with the early hunter's haul here. Wants to be aggressive towards his opponent as it feels. Is not going to take anytime soon. He's probably adding a third moonwell in a second. And yeah, we're gonna see huntresses coming out. And then the harass of the expansion. 2 footmen, a Warch Elemental, almost level 2. We have the Claws of Attack +6 for the Archmage. We have a Circlet as well as the Gauntlets of Augustran, so a little bit more HP for that Warden as well as like stats in all regards. Gauntlet here as well for the Archmage, so he also gets a little bit more HP for him. A second Scout farm is being constructed. We already see 2 Wisps down here at the Mercenary camp. He probably wants to pull out the creeps with 1 Wisp, squeeze in the other one and get the Mercenaries hired to have an even stronger army to compete against that expansion or even crush it. So Warden is speeding up the creeping, going for the Sasquatch level 5 here. Not waiting, not losing any time. He sold the Gauntlets and got a Circlet. Circlet is like, overall, it's like the best item I feel. Because like Circlet gives you 2+2s to every single stats attribute that you have. So you will have a little bit more mana, you will have a little bit more health, you will have a little bit more agility, so you attack faster. And you will of course have with that a little bit more base armor. So in general, really good things. We see that there is a counter expansion being constructed by ReMinD, so he's not going to hire the mercenaries anytime soon. The human player on the other side, he was able to clear out the mercenary camp, now got the priest as well as the berserker for his forces, and he keeps 4 workers down here at the mercenary camp and is going to the top expansion here at the 2 o'clock position on Terenas stand, while ReMinD is looking forward to find his opponent creeping here. He got a lightning shield from creeping that Sasquatch. That tower is a little late, I feel. Also, there's not a full wall off, so the Warden will be able to blink in, but as she's not able to cast lightning shield on herself, that item will not do all that much for now. First Huntress is coming out. I feel that this scout should have been there from the first place. So, yeah. No scouting of the expansion as he was finishing the creep. And now the Warden comes super late to the party as the creep spot is already cleared. The Archmage is level 3 with a big invo potion. He already got the mercenaries. He's now trying to kill that 1 worker. Is he able to kill it? Yep, he gets the experience for that one. Yeah, only 1 Huntress. What can he really do? That Wisp got killed, no detonate. He still got a second Water Elemental that he could use. He brings Militia to the party. I don't know, he's like hesitating a little bit, I feel. There's absolutely no need to bring these Militias right now. Like, it's 1 Huntress, 1 Archer. You have a pretty strong army, like, consisting of the Mercenaries, 4 Footmen, and level 2 Water Elementals. Archmage is now going for some scouting purpose here, or is he just visiting the shop to get the Boots of Speed? In the meantime, Lightning Shield on that Huntress, beautifully parked between the Mercenaries, doing a lot of damage. He could have dispelled that Lightning Shield, not doing that one. Level 2 Water Elemental doing a hell lot of damage against that Huntress. The Huntress is down. There's yet another Lightning Shield that he could use if he wants to, but the Berserker died. That's of course devastating. Level 2 Fan of Knives on all these peasants. Needs to be careful, but now the Warden is being mana burned from the tower. Another Lightning Shield, as well as a few right clicks from the Warden. Kill off yet another peasant. And yeah, human player struggling here a little bit. He used the Dust of Appearance, so the Warden was forced to Town Portal back home. Tech Wars fairly late, but now the Ancient of War is already being attacked by the creep spot down there. And the human player doesn't even know, like, anything about that. There's absolutely no clue for him that there is an expansion going on down there. Should probably have scouted with 1 Footman, like, all around the map to check for a counter expansion, as the Night Elf player is not super aggressive yet. And there's also a Shredder, so he's planning everything to get everything for the late game. We see that he bought the Staff of Teleportation to be ready to step out whenever it gets dicey. Expansion is done, but only mining with 2 guys. Is now constructing an Arcane Vault. The main base looks healthy. He could actually attack if he gets a little bit more gold. The 2 priests are good to heal up the units. And yeah, he skips on getting gold, and he constructs that shop with every single worker that he got. Expansion in the meantime by ReMinD got set up with these 3 Huntresses. Double Ancient of Lore coming, or 1 Ancient of Lore, 1 Ancient of Wind. Ancient of Wonders is already there. He only needs to get that, like, gold mine going, and then he is good to go to tech to tier 3, go for bears, probably even get a second hero as a Panther. No teching yet. We have a farm being constructed down here, so he can probably get a Zeppelin, but like, his amount of units is not really impressive at that point. Only 2 Footmen and a Priest.
Town is under siege.
And yeah, with this few units, he cannot really be aggressive. He cannot really do all that much. We do have a guard tower. We do have the tier 2 tech coming.
A player's forces are
Night Elf is filling up his gold mine right now, starting to get a few more wisp. He's not teching to tier 3 yet. Kills that farm, gets the Berserker, denies the Berserker from the human player so that he's not able to get the creeps. We see a guard tower going up, masonry upgrade. Yeah, and the human player is chilling there, and what he should be doing is, like, get a Zeppelin and be aggressive in the face of the Night Elf. Delay whatever he can get his hands on. And yeah, not aware of the expansion, not aware of what's going to face him here. We already see the counter to the Zeppelin, the Ancient of Wind. He will probably get a Hippogriff soon. Gold mine, only 2 wisp in it so far. All the scout farms will be killed. And now the human player feels strong enough to go on the map with 3 water elementals equipped and added to his army. We have a second guard tower coming.
Under attack.
He's not getting a blacksmith though. He could get Muddy the Mud Golem. Not going for that yet. What do we have here? 3 wisp coming. That Ancient of War is in position for some more creeping. He should deny that Footman. Oh, not denying it. And that was a little too late. The dot got it before the fireball could kill him. If he's really greedy, he detonates all 3 water elementals. Get that Warden up to level 4 already. Yeah, and he is that greedy. That's worth it, since he got a Shredder. Wisp don't matter that much anymore. Good stuff. Kills the Priest. Goes up to level 4 already. Archmage wanted to deny that one. Hit didn't get there in time. Only 1 Footman. 32 supply for the human player. Not getting anything so far. And yeah, that's the difference between a guy like Infi and this human player. Here now he's even forced to use that Invo Potion. The tick damage will also be ignored for some time. He heals up before the Invo Potion, before the Shadow Strike wears off, but he wears off right now, and now the healing got cancelled. So the amount of money that he spent on healing was wasted. Because if you still have a tick of that Shadow Strike on you, the healing will be cancelled. If you're using it while you are, like, still under the effect of Shadow Strike. ReMinD doing a great job here of killing the creeps, setting up for the late game, getting that warden up to level 4.5 already. Tree of Eternity tech is there, 1/3, and we see that the human player is going for tier 3 as well. Masonry upgrade 2 is coming, so probably some tank play. Probably going into tanks. So this name is Orky Flash, and he might be a Russian player if that's all correct. Knight of Army looks really impressive for that phase of the game. There's not too much that the Archmage can bring to the table against Huntresses and Dryads. Now he says hi to that Shadow Strike of the Warden. Is probably going to force into another Town Portal. Second expansion is being constructed by Moon. Probably just going to pretend that this is his first expansion attempt, while the human player got absolutely no idea that there's an expansion down there. He will see that expo and think like, oh yeah, I'm ahead. I got my expansion like a long time ago. It's not dodging the Shadow Strike. Takes more and more damage. Warden is going to catch up with the Archmage here. And yeah, he sees that expansion and he's probably like, yeah, this is only the first one that you ever constructed, right? Minus mining, I'm tier 3 already, what do you want? 2 zappers are going to the other side of the map. I'm not sure if he ever scouted that expansion though, but there's Nature's Blessing, so these 2 zappers won't be enough. He probably scouted it with the laboratory, but I definitely would like to check the replay to just see if he really saw that one. 2 zappers are idling down there. The Mountain King is coming, and yeah, the zappers won't be enough since Nature's Blessing is already it's already used and researched. Ancient of Wars are coming, so you can see that ReMinD got a good read on his opponent. Knows that there is some stuff coming up. Yeah, that's not enough.
A town is under siege.
That's just not enough. Archmage in the meantime, he died to the Warden. Mountain King coming to the party, trying to kill that building with a few hits. That's not going to happen. As he's uprooting his Ancient of War, he should be aware that this is not going to die. Warden is already killing these Water Elementals so that this expansion will not be cancelled. There's a Bride coming with 1 Dispel. That is just enough to keep that Tree of Life alive. Expansion not going down, 400 gold spent on nothing. We don't see any follow-up plan yet. There is absolutely no infrastructure to support anything. Now we see 2 workshops coming, Archmage being revived, Mountain King dropped fairly low. There's an Ancient of War down here to just check the movement of the tanks coming down to that expansion. At the top, the expansion is super low HP as that Expo got almost killed. I don't think that he upgraded his tanks yet. Double workshop. Archmage in production, Mountain King chilling, getting an Invo Potion and the Boots of Speed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Imai, thank you very much for the follow. Darkonizer, Kirby, Obit, N30 Neo, thank you very much for the follow. Cool7GT, thank you guys for following the channel at this point. Yeah, Masonry upgrade number 3. ReMinD already on 3 gold mines as soon as he gets that Untangled gold mine going for him. Here, 1 peasant is missing in that gold line. Only 4 of these guys are mining, and there's the Warden coming with that anti-magic potion. Going to say hi to a few of these workers in a second. And yeah, ReMinD is playing really well in this game. I think the human player could definitely do more with the early game that he had.
Forces are under attack.
But he just had no clue what to do. It's like basically the lack of an idea, of a clear vision of what he wanted to pull off. In the meantime, Panda is creeping the side of the human player, almost going up to level 3 after finishing that camp here with Bears, Dryads. That Berserker. Oh, it should be enough for level 3 actually. There you go. Belt of Giant Strength +6. Killing the Huntress since he knows that he won't need that anymore. Human player is not getting anything. He's like completely burned out of gold, despite the fact that he never built any units. That's odd. He got 1 Knight, 1 Gyrocopter, triple hero, Knight of player with the double expansion now, and the main base still mining in a very comfortable position. He even gets Talons right now. Talents are of course great against tanks. We see that the upgrades are coming for the bears already, as well as the dryads. That bear is dying here. He got bolted in the range of the towers. Breath of Fire hit that part of the main base. Second knight is coming. And yeah, level 3, level 1 against a level 3 and a level 5.5 warden. Sorry for the late follow, I thought I already did that. It's never too late for that, absolutely not going to take that excuse. It's not worth, like, not even worth saying sorry for that. But yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, human player hanging in on Terenas stand. But what can he really do? There's an Agent of War parked down here. He's killing the scout farms. ReMinD is pulling the strings in the game. He's dictating the pace from the start. And yeah, 1,200 gold on the human player's side. But he is going into Knight Mortar team probably. 2 Chimera Roosts are already coming. So we're going to see twin-headed dragons in a second. Talon upgrade, the first one is also done. We have no Talon down here. We have 2 Talons here for the sole purpose of defending against tanks if they ever come. Native player got all the time in the world. Now we're gonna see 2 siege engines being constructed. We do not see a workshop up here. I think they only got 1 upgrade. No upgrade for the knights yet. We have double upgrade in terms of attack upgrades for the bears. 1 defensive upgrade for the bears as well. Now we see 2 more moonwards coming so that he can go up to 100 supply. We have that acid breath, corrosive breath coming for the chimeras so that they can outrange towers. And yeah, Warden is going in onto magic shield being used so that the Arcane Towers cannot burn the mana of the Warden. He's going to snipe the Town Hall here so that there's no more mining. Warden needs to be a little careful. Seems that this is not enough with the 2 bears only going at it. Human player wants to construct another expansion at the natural right now, setting up a few ivory towers. And if he ever gets that expansion, that could of course stretch the game by a lot. He gets a few more workers. There's a Zeppelin up there, so whenever the Warden says hi, he can upload all the workers to the Zeppelin. I don't think that we have seen that, because he was forced into a repair.
Forces are under attack.
4 knights. That army doesn't look too impressive. I think he can definitely battle it out with the 4 knights that he got, but as the chimeras are now started, that's like a whole different topic. We do not have any kind of like infrastructure to kill the tanks down here, because he's moving the Ancient of Wars right now. Fight already broke out. We see Fan of Knives being used as well as the Breath of Fire on the Knights. Now the focus on the Warden is real. He needs to bolt that one. Bolt should be ready. Invo Potion being used on the right side. Fan of Knives, Breath of Fire enough to kill the Archmage as well as the Knight. That looks very grim for the human player, and ReMinD is closing that game right here, right now. Warden under pressure, but there should be a blink. There's a Staff of Preservation, very last second. Staff of Sanctuary to save one of the Knights. Zeppelin not being used by the human player, uses 1 Knight after another. Now we have a Staff of Sanctuary being used by the Mountain King as well. The towers are already dead and falling. And yeah, that's not looking good for our Russian human player friend. He tried his utmost, but yeah. Against a player like ReMinD, that doesn't seem to be enough, and we see that the tanks are also not that successful. Ancient of Wars moving there, GG being called, and ReMinD moves on in the tournament. GERA Cup episode 88, and we are looking for another game.